Okay, a little quick rundown on my power on my Ballsy the truck. Here we got 200 amp alternator with only a 4 gauge running over to the battery. Factory wire. This should be fused. That way if something happens, it grounds out in your harness. Your factory fuse on the other end of this will blow, but you'll still have power feeding from the added 4 gauge or 1/0, 2/0, whatever you're doing, coming over. That will keep this powered up on this side and ground out, burn up, the whole wire inside the harness, which would probably be a pretty bad deal. Trying to, find out all the wires that it burnt, while doing that. I should have it done. I don't. I like to live dangerous, so that's the reason I don't have it done. But everybody should fuse that factory wire. As you see, it comes over, feeds the battery. This goes down, runs down to my starter. As you can see, here's my ground. It runs over, hits the block, and from there I've taken it down, and as you can see, it hits the frame down there. That's where I have my amps hooked up in the back. Everything is grounded out to the frame. So that's the reason I just went to the frame instead of coming up here to the body. Here's the factory ground. You see, it's really small. That's where most people have problems with their lights dimming, is because they're trying to use this. They have big power wire everywhere, but that's what they got for a ground. There's a few little ground straps back off in there. You can kind of see them there. That's all you have for grounds factory. You can see there, it's little bitty back there. So that really needs to be jumped up. That's gets that ground back to your alternator where the power started. So from here I got number 4. I'll be putting that 1 gauge in here one of these days. This has been on here for years, and the 4 gauge has worked for me really good. Here's my fuses. Should be over there, but I was gonna put another battery over here or something years ago. I forget why I put them over here, but these are this is actually 250 amp fuses put parallel to one another, because I live out here in the country and that's all I could find at the time. So that protects the wire from the front. It goes back. Hits this breaker and connects to the back battery. Both of my batteries are I bought them at the same time, same place. They actually have the same date. They were made on the same date. So I have them hooked together all the time. They say if you do not have the exact same batteries, that you should run a relay or isolator between them to keep them apart when the vehicle is not running. That way, if one of your batteries is a little weaker than the other, they'll want to kind of fight amongst each other and cause problems with premature battery going bad. But there's so many people that actually run different batteries, hooked them up all together all the time and don't have any problems. So that's really up to you if you want to hook them together all the time without some type of relay that will disconnect them when the vehicle's not running. Another thing is these, batteries, regular car batteries, they have they put off a gas, especially when they're charging. They'll bubble and actually put off a vapor or gas. This it's flammable, so with a regular battery you should encase, enclose the batteries and vent it to the outside of the vehicle if mounting it in your trunk, or especially if you're mounting it inside the cab. None of my amps are fused. They just hook direct to the battery. It should be fused, but when you run your own stuff, you can do your own thing. I like to live dangerous, so they just hook direct to the battery. So that's pretty much it. Just see that this is I've actually got 2,000 watts RMS, and with that extra battery back there in the back, this 4 gauge is able to handle the power needs, and the stereo is extremely loud, so that's one of the reasons I haven't already put the 1 gauge wire in. Is one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I know you were saying that you were wanting to run 4, or you have 4 ran back. It will work. I didn't really look and see how much power you have pulling, but it works for me, and I'm extremely happy. Well, have a good morning. Bye.